Greetings, ladies and gents, and welcome to this latest edition of Tales from Outer Space, where I like to take stories from across the internet and read it for your entertainment. This story is called Decaf, written by FarmWitch4275. It was a strange and horrific circumstance. Since the abolition and eradication of the Terrescus plant, there hasn't been a worse circumstance. Humanity arrived on the galactic stage, and their arrival was threefold. The first stage was an unprecedented state of expansion, technological ascension, and warfare, the likes of which the galaxy had never seen before or since. Humans found themselves everywhere within the space of a decade, and it became ubiquitous to see a human basically anywhere from janitors to admiralty in every nation within the galaxy. The second stage was the Age of Discovery. Humanity by this point was everywhere, but beyond personal information, we knew little about them or their history. When we started learning their history, especially before their ascension to the stars, some took their history as a challenge. They are no longer with us. The second stage was an age of nothing more than an age of addiction. Humanity's industries and commerce produced goods the likes of which most species could only imagine. Pastries such as bread and cake were the first to skyrocket. Bakeries and confectionaries began to become overnight sensations. The galaxy had become captivated by human culinary arts and quickly became enamored with food. After food, we found sports. Carnivorous species such as the Vulpinians abandoned pirate raiding and became overnight peacekeeping force after humanity introduced sports. Football, soccer, wrestling, racing, anything and everything. Viewership numbers for sporting events multiplied exponentially overnight for major sporting events. Even a gentleman's game of cricket became an incredible sensation. But then we noticed something more. Certain human goods and services started making their way up the food chain. A certain plant species known as tobacco made itself known. Despite humanity's insistence it be regulated, it found its way into the hallowed halls of the Terran people. Within a year, an entire civilization was hopelessly addicted to the cancer stick, despite humanity's warning. Humanity almost immediately took notice and ordered the product be shipped with filters, nicotine patches, and other regulatory aids to try and mitigate the problem. Humans launched a massive propaganda campaign to try to slow or stop the addiction rates, and even went so far as to threaten shutting down the industry. Eventually, they made headway in the matter. The entire debacle made humans cut production and exports of more than half their industries. This annoyed most of the galaxy. Some even threatened war. Humanity shamed us like they would shame any other drug addict, and it worked. We backed off and let the market decide what happened next. Lesser substances like tea and potato chips made their way through the nets. Popularity and demand consequently exploded, and humans breathed a sigh of relief as the latest addictive substance on Earth became more commonly accepted. Potato chips of almost any flavor became household staples in most empires and nations. Afternoon tea by itself became a thing far beyond anything the British Empire could have imagined. The profits, simply with potato chips and dried plants with hot water filtered through, were nothing short of mind-breaking. Then, a more insidious but equally delicious treat arrived on the market. Coffee. Humans themselves were heavily addicted to the substance because of one singular component: caffeine. To a race known as the Rakandili, my own species, the taste of coffee was absolute godsend, and we quickly addicted ourselves to one of the most dangerous addictives in the universe. Thousands died due to overdose. Even for humans, more than 3 cups of coffee a day can be dangerous. We were drinking the stuff by the gallon an hour. Riots erupted when supplies ran dry. Some attempted to sue the Terran Federation for access to the recipe. Others attempted to petition the Admiralty to declare war and gain access to the substance. Caffeine puts us in a euphoric but controlled state. We can accomplish tasks that normally would take hours in the space of only a few minutes. When we drank coffee, it was as if time slowed down, and we were able to see a whole different plane of existence. Coffee was just an easy way of getting us kind of high. Months of work complete in only a few weeks. Governments across dozens of colonies began mass ordering the substance. It was only after thousands of people dropped dead at their workstations that we realized that we'd made a seriously bad mistake. Humanity warned us. They warned us a dozen times over for years before this. We ignored them. Humans, however, beat us to the punch when we ordered our next shipment. They decided to take the situation into their own hands. I received the shipment. I stood in the loading bay, my tentacles swaying in anticipation, tips gently tapping on the ground impatiently. The human cargo ship in front of me had only just started offloading its precious cargo when a human female approached me with a cargo manifest. 450 tons of coffee grounds, capsules, and a few thousand coffee machines. I don't recognize this, though. I pointed to the coffee brand that was on the manifest. Yeah, Gov ordered a new company to take the reins of your deliveries. They sent a test batch to see if you liked it, she said, and grabbed one such tub, opening it. The sweet, beautiful aroma of the delicious substance immediately tingled my senses. I was suddenly thirsty. She rolled her eyes in annoyance. This stuff is specially made for you. We heard about your recent trouble, so we decided to change our supplier and formula to cater it so you guys stop, exploding. Coffee, I said. My brain was broken. I only wanted coffee. Oh, see, this is why we tried a new supplier, because you all are freaking addicts here. So, in the interest of not being liable for millions of deaths, we brought you a new thing, just as potent, not lethal, half the price, she said, and showed the label on one of the tins. Oh, what is it then? I asked, noting the label had words, vitamin B enriched, printed on it. Decaf. End of story. Story number 2. Don't Say Human, written by SlowAD2584. Admiral, the conquest is going well. We are proud to report the Galactic Multifunctional Regiment is effectively destroyed. 99.99% casualty or surrender confirmed. A bright flash of light illuminates the orbital fleet, the Stratego Command Center. Console chimes and alerts start pinging, growing into a cacophony of general alarm. Hundreds of comm specialists were fervently whispering into their subspace comms. Anyone with any Stratego Command Center experience knew that meant it was bad. Yet, I noticed these events keep happening. Sitrep, what happened this time? It has proven to be a very busy shift. Sir, the system jump gate appears to have, imploded catastrophically. The jump gate, our only means of logistical support from the rest of the galaxy. Also, I might add, our only means of retreat. Why, yes, sir. But certainly, given some time, long-haul hyperspace transport should start to trickle in the hard way. Yes, given time. I'm getting the uneasy suspicion, but I cannot place it. I need more intel on the enemy multi-factional regiment. Do you have a roster of its ranks? Sadly, only minimal details. No names, no ranks. Only dog-tag registered serial numbers or Galactic Geneva regulations. Dog-tag serial numbers. Hey, those are coded with species identifier prefixes, are they not? Why, I believe that they are, sir. The Stratego Command Center lurched, causing looks of alarm in everyone's shaken faces as they regained their seating at their consoles. That has never happened before. Console alarms and subspace comm whispers grew to a new volume in certain areas of the floor. The din of the first wave of alarm still having yet to fade away completely. What in the All-Father was that? Report! Sir, analysis says that with some sort of system-wide time-space nut punch. Their words for it, sir. Assaulted space-time. What in the dark star could even do that? It is currently unclear. Intel is working on it, but they do say the shift in inertia factors has effectively revealed exact positions of all fleet assets. Oh, well, that certainly is a heavy-handed way to do a censoring. Oh, that uneasy feeling is growing. This regiment, do we have a roster of the confirmed dead? Why, yes, sir. Of the 10,000 dog tags, there are 9,999 confirmed log casualties or surrenders. Really, only one dog tag number has yet to register in. So, a lone survivor. Correct me if I'm wrong, but Galactic Multifaction Regiment have a system command authority, wherein command access is unlocked for the highest-ranking survivor. Is it not? Yes, sir. The lone survivor would by all rights attain full command authority over system resources, but that's just a logistical, managerial authority, and without any remaining de facto military assets, what could be done with such a... System maps, Higgs inertial sense fields, all range detection systems, really, started to screech. Traffic control and threat acquisition console workers threw up their hands in frustration. Sir, targeting is saying that all detectors are registering as many detected threats. Very many. Too many to be actually real, sir. They are saying that we are being, whited out. So, let's look at these actions from the opponent's point of view. First, they knocked the dome. Then they pinpoint all of us. And now they've blinded us. Oh, that creeping feeling, it's, on the tip of my tongue. I believe flooding sensor screens with false signals is called a signal spoofing. I've heard that tactic before, from somewhere before. Oh my, that lone survivor. What is his dog tag number codifier? Identify him as... 1 second, sir. Looking it up. The Admiral turned desperately and whispered to himself into his collar. Don't say human. Don't say human. Please. Oh, Father, don't say... Human! Sir, from, Earth. I've never heard of it. The Admiral slumped, then stood stiffly, straightened his dress uniform, as if grimly preparing to accept a horrible, brooding task. Well, shit, he said, while 2 more alarms broke out in the background, as fiery detonations were visible in the distance. From the besieged Stratego command center, the very heart of the invasion fleet. End of story. I'd like to thank our Tier 6 patron, Inglet. You are truly a legend, and thank you for supporting the channel. I'd quickly like to thank the T5 channel members and patrons. Caspar Arnholtz, Cam Maxwell, Lord Azrakal, Dragzoon WRE, Holly Sister, Ambrose Cattell, and Quantum Wednesday. Thank you very much.